Hello, welcome to this Tricentis MOOC, and today we will be looking at the testing of S4 Hana with the newest SAP Fiori interface. This is a MOOC that I'm very much looking forward to. Tricentis has spent a lot of time working on the SAP aspect, and we've got a fantastic offering which we're really looking forward to showcasing for you today. So today it is going to be myself, Tony Leeming. I am a training consultant here at Tricentis, and Lev Kushnir. Lev is our SAP product manager, and he has been instrumental in bringing together all of these changes and improvements to make the SAP offering within Tricentis so strong, and he will be showcasing all of the great features that we have for you today. Okay, so we've got a lot to get through, so let's quickly look at the housekeeping rules. I know that some of you who join our MOOCs on a regular basis have heard this many times, and I apologize for this, but there are always people joining us for the first time, so I'll briefly cover them. All participants are muted during the session. There are currently hundreds of you logged in to watch this MOOC, so we can't all talk at once, so you are muted. There is a control panel at the bottom of your screen which will have apps available to you which you can turn on and off. The key ones being QA, Twitter, Share, and the media player. However, I've said turn on, turn off. You should only toggle them on or off, because if you pause or turn off the media player, everything will disappear and you won't actually see the MOOC. So please don't do that. We do encourage you to answer questions, so though you're muted, you can ask, and we will answer live your questions during in the Q&A box, which is one of your toggleable apps. We'll also have a Q&A session at the end of the MOOC. We will ask the most relevant questions and that have come in. We'll answer them live, but we'll also may well choose your answer and do them live to put them to Lev at the end of the session. We probably won't be able to answer all of your questions, so apologies in advance if we don't get to them. We will answer as many questions as possible, however. Could you also please keep your questions on topic and not specific to your own specific issues? We may not be able to answer your technical questions if they come up for your own personal workspaces and projects. And finally, we will be recording this session, and it will be available on our website, which you should be able to see already in one of your little apps, but it will be available later this week. So now, the way that this will work is we will have a little brief conceptual idea. So we'll look at the conceptual idea of SAP and how it works. We will then have, which is where most of this will happen, Lev will do a demonstration for you, and then we will have a question and answer session, as we just said, at the end. So right now, stop me talking and get on to the interesting part. I will now pass you over to Lev, who will discuss and look at the SAP offering and our wonderful SAP in Tosca. Lev, over to you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony, for introduction. So my name is Lev Kushnir. I'm a product manager for SAP at Tricentis, and yes, responsible for all topics around SAP. And today, before we starting our topic, SAP Fiori test automation, I just want to let you know why Tosca is so unique, why you should consider Tosca for test automation. So I have collected from a lot of I would say points these three main aspects which I want to share with you. So it's a business readable automated test cases in plain English. So you can start test automation without any previous knowledge of programming languages. So second big point is test automation not only for UI user interfaces but also for API and service virtualization. We will speak about it also today later. And yes, for sure, with Tosca you can test your complex end-to-end business processes across different technologies. So in one test case you can combine all possible technologies. So this is the main three aspects of Tosca to answer the question why Tosca. And yes, let's jump to our topic today, and today's topic will be about test automation in SAP Fiori. So during this session, we will play with a well-known SAP order-to-cash process. I was asked during previous webinars if we can do like a webinar, like a session where I will show in real way how to automate test cases, so to find time to go really deep in detail. So we will do it today. We will speak about the stability of test cases, which is a key for test automation. Your test cases should be stable anytime you run it, anytime you want to execute it. And at the end of this session, I will show you shortly how easy it is to automate your test cases on mobile devices. Yeah. So this is a summary what we are going to do today, what you have learned today. Yes, and let's go to the topics. And before we will do this, I just want to consolidate our wording for today's session, and so I use this wording slide deck very often. It's a new term. A lot of people still are not sure how to use it. So the wording S/4HANA is a business suite. SAP HANA is like a database in background, and SAP Fiori is a new user interface. So when we are speaking about test automation for SAP Fiori, we mean that we are testing S/4HANA. Yeah. So because very often the people are not clear with these terms. So now it's I would say my explanation of these three modern words in SAP world today. Okay, so this is clear, and now I want to show you this screenshot which I found on SAP web page. Here you see the evolution of SAP user interfaces. So starting with R2 system going to R3 system. I see here SAP Business Client, SAP NetWeaver, and very often, almost daily, I get a question. Lev, do Tosca support test automation of SAP SRM? Do Tosca support SAP CRM? Do Tosca support SAP APO? Can we automate our business warehouse? Can we automate business intelligence? Everything possible. Can Tosca do SAP ABC? I don't know. I do not know all of these SAP systems. For me, clear answer is yes, Tosca can automate most common used SAP UIs. For Tosca is relevant over which user interface you are working with this application. Yeah? So if you are in SAP SRM and you are working with Windows GUI, so the answer is yes, Tosca is able to automate Windows GUI. And here you see that Tosca support all of them. And today during the session we will speak about user interface which calls SAP Fiori. So it means for me it doesn't matter if you are using different SAP systems and you are accessing this over SAP Fiori. My answer is yes, Tosca can automate all your SAP systems. Doesn't matter which one in background is running. Yeah. And here you see on the right side also iPad and iPhone. So it's not by accident. It's here. It's on the right place. With Tosca, you are able to automate your SAP Fiori on iPad. You can do it on iPhone. You can do it on your Android devices. It means once you did your automation on your desktop machine, you can run exactly the same test cases on mobile device with no adaptation. Yeah. So we will see it during this session later on. Yeah. So here's my clear answer to all questions about all different SAP systems. With Tosca, you can automate the whole family of SAP systems, as Tosca support all common used SAP UIs, include mobile devices. Yeah? So it was about introduction, where we are, what we can do with Tosca, what we can automate with Tosca, and now we will jump, as I said, in live demonstration that you will learn from me how to automate, how to work with Tosca, and how it looks like in a live system. Okay, so are you ready? I think so. So let's start. As I said, we are now in Tosca. It's the newest Tosca. We are on my machine, so I have installed the newest one. It's Tosca 10.4. So in case something is going wrong, it can happen. It's a development Tosca. It's the newest one on which I want to show you all features. And you know, my team and me, we spent a lot of time and put a lot of energy in providing our customer with support of SAP Fiori controls to make test automation really on business level. So Tosca is here, and we are going to automate. So let's do it today in Internet Explorer. You will see that it will work also in all available browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or Edge. So we will start test automation in Internet Explorer, and then you will see exactly the same running in Chrome. So here is my SAP Fiori. So it's a S4 Hana demo system, and here's my Tosca. Before I start test automation, I recommend you to import predefined modules from us, from Tricentis, which can help you to speed up your test automation. So go to import subset. It is in Windows C drive, Tosca projects, Tosca commander, and here you can find predefined modules in standard subset, which contains some predefined modules for your test automation. Okay, so here when you are looking in some specific engines, here you have SAP engine. This is relevant for SAP WinGUI, and here in HTML Word you have some predefined modules once more for SAP Fiori. For example, here you see for message toast. Here you can find some status bar predefined modules for SAP NetWeaver, some modules for business clients. So this is our predefined modules which are delivered with Tosca as a standard modules for different engines. Here you see HTML, JSON, XML, mobile, Java. And also you can create during your test automation. I recommend you to create some predefined modules which you are using very often, and you do not want to create it every time you are working with test automation. Okay, so here are my predefined modules. Here are standard modules delivered with Tosca. Yes, and let's start test automation. So I will create new test case which we will call order to cache. Yes, and first step for me is to open this web page. So, and as I said, I will do it with predefined modules. So I'm going here, HTML, and here, for example, open URL. So drag and drop it here, open URL, which one? This one. Okay, so first step is done. Once I'm here, I would need to log in. So I need to enter user, password, language. Yeah. So how I can do it? This login page for sure I will use many times. So for this I defined my modules. So this is just like drag and drop it. So here I will enter, user, as you have seen, user 01. Then I would need to enter password, then language. Here let's choose the right one, English. Client is 100, and I would like to press click. Okay, so I'm done with this login page. We can try it. We can try just these two steps that you see how it works. So it's pretty simple. Start URL and login into this web page. Before I will do it, I want to define that this test case will be executed in Internet Explorer. So I will put here browser, and my browser for execution is Internet Explorer. Yeah, so you can put here Edge, you can put here Chrome, Firefox, as you want. Yeah, so here's definition of browser. So I'm done. Let's try to execute these two test steps in my test case and see how it works. So this is opened. This is starting of SAP Fiori page. Yeah, and in the same manner, I will continue. So here you see, I will continue with test automation. So here you see different applications. So it's my whole process, order to cash, and the first step will be to create sales order. So I would need to click on sales order. In the next steps, I would need to go through the whole process. And I think the better way to show you what we are going to do, I will execute you the whole process which was done by us, and you can find it how it looks like. So our target for today's session is to create order to cash process. Here you see it contains all application. We are starting with create sales order. We are open URL. We are choosing the right application. We are entering some data. We are on sales type. We are going here. So just to hide to nothing that it's readable for you. So I need to enter some data. This is the way how it looks like in Tosca. It's business readable, so every user can understand it. And yes, and here we are entering some data. We are clicking the mouse. So let's look at it how our target scenario should look like. The whole process, whole order to cash with 1, 2, 3, 10 applications, which you have seen before, takes about 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah, so let's execute just I would say two of them that you see how it works, and then let's create it from scratch together, that you will see how test automation works. So I will run exactly these two applications. One is create sales order, and based on this I will create sales order fulfillment issues. So let's run it, and here you see this test case was defined for Internet Explorer. So you see I did not install the new browser. And what is the problem? Okay, old version, nice. And I'm not sure if you recognize the problem, but here you see not Internet Explorer but Chrome was started. And the reason for this is this test configuration, as I told you before. So yes, I need to upgrade my Chrome to the newest Tosca version, but today we would like to run this test case in Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer, just change the browser, and let's run it in the right browser. Okay, so I'm here, and I will run it once more. Now you will see that Tosca will run the right browser. So now I'm in Internet Explorer, enter the user data. Now I would need to wait a few seconds that all tiles are loaded. Then I'm going to create sales order. It's opened in in new window, I press F4. I'm looking for standard order, confirm, enter some data, go to sales tab. I would need to enter sold to party, ship to party, some PO numbers, some dates. I will set the delivery block and billing block that we can work with fulfillment issues application. I verify or I check the availability of this material. So here you see everything fine, availability control, complete delivery, and I will save this this order. The order is saved. The order has number 5 or 4, 504. Now I'm back on the home page, and now I'm going to sales order fulfillment. So here I would need to find the right order. So here's a list of all of them. So I'm going into search tab and will search for the right one. So it's 5 or 4, and I will choose this order. I need to remove delivery block. You see, I need to go to remove block for invoice. I need to check some documents. It's pretty quick. Yeah, everything's solved. So I close this application. You see, it took me about 2 minutes. So everything fine, looks good. All documents are saved. Yeah, so it was execution of these two applications, as I told you. And yes, and let's now create this test case by ourselves. Yeah, so as you have seen, we have just started to creating this. So first step, we opened URL, we log in, and in the next step I just need to choose the right application. And as I told you, for modules which are used more than once, it makes sense to create I would say predefined modules that you can reuse it. So as I did it, so here I will reuse this. So first is to click sales order. All these modules are very common use, so this is the reason why I have it here. And yes, in the next step, I need to go into scan the modules and create the module. So let's come to this step. We are here. You have seen it works. And now we are in this application, and we do not have this screen, so it's nothing else as create new modules. So let's have a nice structure. So here we will have order. So it's create sales order. So let's create sales order, and in this folder we will put all our modules. So I will scan application. So it's I would say it's exactly the same as you know it from test automation. So now I need to choose the right screen. So I'm here. Tosca will connect to the screen. Tosca will choose all controls. And now it's up to me just to choose the right one. So I would need order type, sales organization, and I would need some informations. Okay, so I'm ready. Now when I look here, you see order type. Now let's speak about stability of test cases. Stability of test cases is a very crucial topic for me to ensure business user, key user with the stability of test cases. All attributes are identified by some properties. Yeah, and in this case, a lot of tools are working with the technical information like an ID. Yeah, and ID are highly dynamically values. So every time you run SAP Fiori application, or you have different different windows opened, the ID is changing, or you did some development on your system, you add here some additional field, so it means that this ID will be not anymore. So here you see it's sales organization is 6, and so sales organization is 5, and distribution channel is 6. Yeah, so it's ID of this field, and this will be changed. So it means once you are doing identification of controls by ID, your test cases are not stable enough, and it will fail during next upgrade, during your change request. So it means you need some identification, and with Tosca you are able to choose any of these technical IDs for identification. And out of the box, Tosca, so we deliver for you the stable identification on ID based not on technical ID. So here, to identify this entry field distribution channel, we are using tech input, we are using title distribution channel, and we are not working at all with technical IDs. So it means next time you implement new field here during change request, it does not impact your test automation. It has no impact on your test cases, because test cases are, or because your fields are stable identify. And here you see this green message. Yeah, and in case for example the sales, in case I will, for example, delete this style, here you see, so this is not unique. So it means it's up to you to find the right unique attributes. And for now, we are, as I said, we are doing for you. And here you have the possibility to identify your controls in stable way. Yeah. So it is identification by properties. Then you have some additional identification, and so you can look at it in manual. Yeah. Here the message is the controls are stable, identify out of the box. We can choose it. So here we have created our first screen. I will save it. So I'm fine. So now I'm going Tosca and will do. So now you have seen my predefined modules. Now let's create our real test case. So I drag and drop it here. So, and in the first step, what I would need to do, so I need to press this button actually at the end of test automation. So here I'm in sales order. I need to put order type is OR. Sales organization, it's 1010. Distribution channel is just 10. Division. So here it's I would say it's nothing special, and sales organization 100. Okay, and now once I'm finished, I press click. Okay, so I'm finished. You can look anytime in modules. It has screenshot, you know where you are. So I'm here, this test case is done, and now, so we are here, we just need to run it to ensure that we are on the next screen. Yeah, all data are entered. I pressed sales, and yes, and in the same manner I'm on the next page. So yeah. Okay, let's continue with the next page. As you have seen, we are where we are. We are here on this page, and I will do nothing else, as I will create a new module. I am in the right folder. It's my create sales order. I will scan the application. So Tosca will start, and yes, and we will scan exactly the same application here. So Tosca will recognize all controls on this page, and I would need to take some of them into modules. Where is Tosca? Okay, so here we are reading the whole structure. So there is a table, some fields, some tabs. So, and yes, I will show you how it looks like. So now it's as I said, nothing else as just select the right controls which are needed. So sold to party, ship to party, PO number, this one, and let's take the table, and yeah, so here you see all data are identified once more correctly. Here you see the table. Once you are clicking on the table, you see here we provide you with a live preview. So here's a real table as it is. So identification is done. All controls are unique. So I will save these modules, and so I'm finished with this. I'm back in Tosca. So it's so I would say this is a first screen. Yeah, you can put the right naming, first screen, or it is, I think it's the initial screen, right? It's the initial screen. This one is a overview screen. Yeah, so you know, it's just a best practice how to work with Tosca. Now I put this here and need to enter the right numbers for ship to party, sold to party, and some PO number, PO 123. Date is a date, so where it is. So I need to switch. So it's a date. Here's the syntax. Okay. And yeah, and then in a table you can enter, so we would need to enter a material, we would need to enter quantity. So how we will do it, so we are going in column material, yeah, and in the first cell we will enter TG 11. Okay, so it will be not verified, it will be input. In the next column, which we'll call order quantity, here you have the list of all available columns. Yeah, so it's nothing else as this table. Yeah, it's available for you here. And once more, in the first, we will enter quantity 10 pieces. And last one, we would need to enter how to call it, sales unit, right? Sales unit is pieces, or we do not need to enter it, so it will be enough. So let's enter just these two information, and we are here. Let's run this test step. Right screen, run Tosca in Scratchbook, and here you see we enter all data. Now we are in a table, and we will enter the right data, and yes, that's it. Yeah. So very often I'm asked how many times it takes you to automate one screen or one test case. Now you have seen it's mostly, I don't know, 30 seconds. Yeah. So execution is done in 8 seconds. Automation take you 30 seconds. Yeah, to put the right data. Due to time limit, I would like to jump back to our master example just to show you the final results of order to cash. I think you got the concept how to work with test automation in SAP Fiori. It's exactly the same as in other application, as in other technologies. And master example for this create sales order will be this one. Let's look at it as I showed you. Login, user data. Okay, choose the right application. We are in create sales order initial screen. Here I'm using match code to find out the right order number. Here I'm entering the data. I'm on the tab sales, enter the data. In the next area, I'm putting delivery block, billing block. I'm in a table as you have seen before. Enter the material, earn the quantity, and check item availability. Done, save. Once I save it, I press button save, and here I take the ID. So here I save the ID Here I'm waiting until message appears because we are in web browser, and some browsers or some machine are not so quick. So here we are waiting. Once message is here, I catch it, and here I verify that message type is okay. So here you can have a warning, you can have info message, you know, all this message which can appears. And then I close this tab. Here you see I'm in a new tab. So here it's original one, and here once I finish with the sales order, I need to close this tab. So I send a command Control V. So then I close this tab, and yes, and then I'm back. And in next application, which is sales fulfillment, I'm starting once more. This application. So I'm here, and I'm going this. I want to show you. This is I would say it's an interesting part. Because you know in SAP Fiori we have two kind of application. It's like old style Fiori application, which is mostly SAP NetWeaver world, and then we have really native application, native SAP Fiori application. So I'm here, and so I'm going in some of the orders, and let's scan this page. Let's scan this page. Okay, so I'm not anymore in create sales order. Let's have a clear structure. So now I'm in sales order fulfillment. Okay, so I'm in this folder, and I will scan the application. Now you will see how it looks like in native SAP Fiori application. So I need to choose the right browser or the right window. So Tosca is scanning this application, and once we recognize all controls which are available on the page, we will show it to you. And so I will repeat it once more. You choose select on screen, and here, so it's a nice example, delivery issue. So I would need to work with this. I would need to work with this list. This is icon tab bar, and then I need to verify. Here you see this is a red one. Yeah, so it's a red one. It's so it's pending. There is some problems here. So yeah, so I will verify this data, and then I have some table. To this control, let's look here. Delivery issue. Delivery issue. This is so-called header. This control has a lot of attributes. Here you see the sales order number. You would need to verify maybe some values here. You want to check if this overdue date is okay, or it's a red one. So here with these delivery issues, we provide you with all available information. Yeah, so all this information are available for you. So here you see number item, it's 1. Number state, it's none. Yeah, so here you see status of second line. Yeah, so it's an error. So this is the reason for red one. Yeah, so with this approach you can verify all of attributes which are available for header. Yeah, icon tab bar, we are here, and here once more icon tab bar has different icons. Yeah, in some cases, so once more stable identification. Here we have some issue, so I would need to check, maybe to try this one. Yeah, okay, you see. Now with help of identification based on 3 different properties, this identification is clear. And I want to show you this item for pending. So it says status of overdue items. Here once more we provide you with all necessary attributes. Here you see label status is error, label text is item pending for delivery creation. So here you have all additional information to each and every attributes. Yeah, and the table is it's pretty simple. Once more, live view on a table. Yeah, it's a real table. So I'm fine. Yeah, and here it's once more just a list of issues. So once I have created this module, I save it, and it is clear. Okay, so it's clear. I saved it, and yes, and here when I'm back in Tosca, here you can find this module with all necessary information. When you put it into test case, so let's look in master example. When you put it in test case, here you see I'm in fulfillment issues. I'm going in this list, so I'm clicking here, blocked for delivery. I'm press button. So here you see how icon tab bar is working. So icon tab bar hint. This is a hint. Icon tab bar push pin off. This is this one. Yeah. So here you can click. So when you can click on each and every button. So this is a group. Yeah. So Tosca provide you with all possibility how to steer it, how to work it with this. This is a process. Yeah. And yes, mostly that's it. How to automate. Yeah, and here there is some once more working with the table. So here's a once more readable, pretty simple, and this is the way how we automate this. I would say native Fiori application. Okay, great. So I have shown you a lot, and for sure you have a lot of questions, and a lot of questions how it exactly works. You have seen different properties, and I have a good answer for you. We are not only doing development on these controls and supporting on different technologies. Our documentation is pretty cool. So here, when you are looking in manual, you can find all needed information. Yeah. So for example, when we are looking in header, as I showed you before, so here this is a header, as we have seen, so different statuses, and here all of this information you are able to verify. How to do it? So here's a nice example. How to do it? You can put just the right attributes and the way how you want to verify this. You can work with SAP Fiori grid tables. Here you see once more different statuses in different colors. We are able to recognize it. We are able to show you what does it mean. So different colors, different status, some currencies, some prices. So here I would like to verify this price. So I'm going here. Value is this one, currency is this one. So all these attributes are available. And exactly icon tab bar, we have seen it also here. Icon tab bars, there are a lot of different icon tab bars, either with icons or with colors or with counter or without counter. So and here you see heavy, so icon tab bar heavy, and here we would like to verify that the counter is 5. Yeah, so message toast, all these specific properties are described in manual. Once more, different statuses, different lines, so all these controls are available out of the box. Just install Tosca, go for the newest Tosca which is available on the market. So right now it's 10.3. Yeah, and yeah, so different attributes are available for Fiori tiles. So here you have some numbers, you want to verify this, you want to work this is also possible. Yeah, so let's try it on your own. Let's look in manual. So we do not describe some standard controls like a button, like text boxes, so it's clear. Yeah, so this is for you. And one missing things which I mentioned in the beginning of today's session is SAP Fiori test automation on mobile device. It's nothing else as putting here. So just I will just show you here. Now do you remember? So we just enter here Internet Explorer, Chrome, and for you it will be nothing else as putting here Safari. Yeah. So and then the automation will work on iOS device. For this I will prepare a short video. So it's a 2 minutes video that you can look at it. So once more. Need more information, go to support portal looking for SAP Fiori controls, and now just spend 2 minutes on automation on mobile device. Now you see I will show you an example for Android device. So I need to connect to this Android device. I need to put the website address. Yeah? So it's here you see the here you see it's the same system as we were before. So now I'm jumping. You see on the right upper corner my Android tablet. So now I'm here. Tosca. Okay, I didn't press the play button. So we are moving now. Tosca is starting. I need to choose Android device. Sorry to interrupt this. Okay, so now this is chosen. So establish connection, and now you will see it on Android tablet how this website will be opened. Scan result connection. So it's a real device. It's a real device on my table. So as I said, not now. Just a video. So connection to this website. Now you will see exactly the same screen, scanning screen as before. I just click scan the screen, and I will get all available controls. So I will choose what I need. So password, user, language, client, and I need a confirmation button, logon button. So everything done. I save this module. So finished. Here you see it's exactly the same approach as usual. So there is nothing new. There is no differences. So now I need to enter password, user and password. So just type user and 12345, language, and yes, client and logon. Okay, so and here you see I am on Android device, and you can check it. You will see it's the execution. Now we will change it from Android device to Internet Explorer, and exactly in the same way it works with iOS device, iPhone, iPad, as usual. Okay, so now you see this site is opened, and now I am entering user and 12345. Yeah. Okay, nothing happened. Yeah, it's dummy user. Okay, now you have seen how it works on Android device, and once more going back to show you test configuration. So here you see Chrome Android. Let's put Internet Explorer. And let's execute exactly the same test case on Internet Explorer. Now you will see I'm on my machine, and Internet Explorer is opened, and I'm entering the data. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So it means test automation for SAP Fiori is working on mobile devices. It is working on your desktop machine, and once you are finished your test automation on your desktop machine, you can run immediately the same test cases on your mobile devices, and the automation is working in the same way as usual, as you are used to work with. Okay. Yes. So that's it, and yes, let's go for the next chapter. Questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Lev. A wonderful demonstration there, a lot packed in. some really cool features. I really like the way that we could just automatically run the test cases on mobile. That's really, really cool. Right, so questions. We've had a whole pile of questions come in, so let us try and answer as many as possible. I know a lot of these have been answered in the text boxes directly to you, but some of them I think are worth having a quick chat about and running through. So, first of all, which SAP Fiori version does Tricentis Tosca support?
Thank you, Tony. Yes, good question. You know, SAP. So based on new release strategy, SAP release a new SAP Fiori version mostly every 2 months, and there are some stable releases and some innovative releases. So Tosca support as of today 1.38. So it's a version of the stable release, and the next stable release will be 1.44. So Tosca is going to support both of these stable releases. So and we are not going to support any innovative releases which are in the between. So 141, 142, 143. So the innovative one. So and I would say we cannot support all of them, so we will focus on support of stable releases, which SAP said there is a stable release.
Cool, thank you very much. Makes sense. You said you've put a lot of energy into supporting SAP Fiori controls. From which Tosca version is it available?
Yes, you're right. So I mentioned it many times. So we put a lot of energy in this, and I would suggest for everyone who want to start automating SAP Fiori to go at least for Tosca 10.2. So we support SAP Fiori controls, or we supported Fiori controls even before, but so starting from 10.2, we expand this library in a huge way. Yeah? So there is a lot of controls. All are recognized in business readable English. So go for Tosca 10.2 or higher.
Perfect. One question we've had from a viewer, I guess, is that you referenced UI and non-UI testing. Could you clarify what that means for SAP S4 HANA?
Yes, so as for HANA, as I said before, so this is a system, so you can test this business with help of user interface. So you're accessing the system over SAP Fiori user interface or Win GUI user interface, and this is user interfaces. And for non-user interface, it means SAP API. So we are able to automate also API. So it means that Tosca support OData protocol. So we can communicate with S4HANA in background with OData protocol, and yes, you can automate OData protocol on S4HANA.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question: can test cases created in WinGUI be executable in SAP Fiori?
No, so it's a good question. Very often hear it. No, it's not possible, as we speak about different user interfaces. WinGUI is yes, it's I would say it's old user interface, or it's user interface which is running on your machine, and SAP Fiori is running in a web browser. So the test cases which are created in one user interface are not executable in another user interface.
Okay, yep, makes sense. Just time for one last one before I need to do my closing spiel. We plan to migrate to SAP Hana. Can we test with Tosca?
Nice question. Yeah, so it's exactly as we have spoken, or as I have showed you before in SAP wording slide deck. So SAP HANA, from our point of view, is just a database in background. So it means that you are accessing your SAP system with user interface with WinGUI. And from this point of view, the answer is actually yes. So you plan to migrate to SAP HANA, so it means you have your regression portfolio today in WinGUI. You have your regression portfolio, you have your Tosca test cases, and they are running on SAP, which has in background, for example, Oracle database. And once you migrate to SAP HANA, just run this regression portfolio once more and see if there are any changes. So it's exactly the reason why people need to decide to go for test automation in general. Yeah. So because of changing in database, for example, yes, you can test it with Tosca. Yeah. So it's a good point. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. That's about as much time as we've got. Thank you very much for your questions. Again, apologies if we haven't managed to get to them. So let's just do a bit of closing information. You're going to get free training, so let's get to the good stuff. For those of you who have sat through this MOOC, there is going to be a free training available for you, which will be the Automation Specialist for SAP training course. This course will show you, it's designed specially for SAP. It'll show you how to use Tosca Test Suite to create SAP modules and use the standard modules, etc., etc. You will receive the voucher code. I think it's 1 hour after the end of this course that you will automatically be sent an email with the voucher code. Next, we have upcoming MOOC, which is the different approaches for creating test case design. This will be taking place on the 27th of September from the normal times 10 to 11 and 5:30 onwards. And in this, one of our methodology gurus is going to talk you through some of the different ways to create test case design, different methods you can use, 3 different methods. So that's well worth taking a look and enrolling for. Finally, you need help? This is where you can get it from. You can contact our fantastic support team who are always there to help you. And they will be able to assist you with everything problem related and be able to get back to you, and we'll deal with you very quickly. If you've got a training related issue, contact us at Training Academy at Tricentis. Remember our knowledge base, where we've got hundreds and hundreds of information and other people's experiences and comments ready and waiting for you. Of course, there's the online manual, which Lev has referred to on a few occasions. You can access all the information you need to how to use Tosca from this manual. And finally, remember, we now have a large library of previous MOOCs that cover huge and diverse topics, with the experts showing you how to do things. All of these are free and available to you to watch on the Academy page with the MOOC section. So finally, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you very much.